500 meters, turn left. In 200 meters, turn left.
Don't you hate it when that happens? When your navigation system interrupts your favorite song at the worst possible time to tell you to take a turn that you already knew about and you were going to do anyway? It's even worse when it happens in the middle of an important phone call. That's the reason that so many people who can benefit and value real-time traffic apps don't use those apps, or use them only some of the time, or use them but turn off the voice instructions so they don't get interrupted. But then it defeats the purpose because they end up not hearing the information they needed and end up getting stuck in traffic anyway. And the thing is, every navigation system, everyone you've ever used, all function according to the same paradigm. They all draw a line on the map, convert that line into a list of turn instructions, and then a robot reads down the list as if every turn was equally important and every driver was the same person. This is the reason that Cellepathy has invented Ergo. Ergo is an artificially intelligent, personal driving assistant that lives in the cloud and communicates with your navigation system on your smartphone, your connected car, or your smart home speaker. We're gonna do one use case together for Ergo, but before we do, we have to talk a little bit about geography. So I live in Long Island, and I work in New York City. And when you're going from Long Island to the city, there are a few different ways to get across the water. I generally take the Midtown Tunnel. But if there's traffic in the tunnel, I have to go south and cross the Williamsburg Bridge. And this is a really, really important decision, because if I screw up, this will turn a 45-minute commute into a 90-minute nightmare. And that's why traffic apps are so important. So how does Ergo actually make traffic guidance smarter? Well, every day, when I get in the car and I start to drive, Ergo looks at the traffic and calculates the ideal route to work. But before it starts to talk to me, it compares today's route to what I normally do. And it knows that because it knows who I am, it knows my history, it knows my preferences. And it compares those two routes, looking for anything unusual or surprising today. And as it turns out, yes, there is something unusual for me to do today. I need to go south to the bridge. If I keep going to the tunnel, I get stuck and it's just game over. So Ergo recognizes this, and it looks at the turn-by-turn list to identify that most important instruction, the only one that I really need to know. Everything else is like second nature to me because I live here and I do this every day. Those all get silenced. The only one I have to hear is where today's route is different from most days. And Ergo does this every day. So on a day when there's nothing unusual, Ergo will perform the exact same comparison. It'll see there's nothing out of place, there's nothing to say. And this silence is incredibly powerful. It means I can just get in the car, drive, not think about navigation, not think about traffic, listen to my music, be productive on the phone, and rest assured that I can be confident that there's a personal driving assistant sitting on my shoulder, watching out, seeing if anything changes, seeing if there's anything that I need to know about, and only speaking up when I really need an important piece of information. So now maybe you're thinking, okay, we have another navigation app. That's actually not the case. We have no intention of being an end-to-end navigation app. The navigation ecosystem is a huge one with a lot of really big players, making and buying and selling different pieces of the value stack. We'll talk a little bit about history. About 10 years ago, if you wanted to have a navigation system, you would buy a map from a mapping company, like Garmin or Descartes. And then you would buy a routing algorithm from a navigation company, maybe one of those guys, or maybe someone else like TomTom. And you'd wrap those two technological components together with a user interface, and that would be the navigation software product that goes into a car, that goes into a smartphone, that goes into even a GPS device. About 10 years ago, the picture changed a little bit. A new piece of technology emerged, real-time traffic. Whoops, there we go. Real-time traffic. And today, real-time traffic, that layer alone in the value stack is a billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar a year business. Personalization is going to be the same thing. It's a new technological layer that's going to go into navigation systems and become as ubiquitous as real-time traffic. Today, you would never think of using or buying a navigation system that didn't have traffic information. Personalization will be the same thing. Now, before I leave this slide, I want to make a point about personalization because a lot of automakers and other people in the industry are starting to look at it. We are the only people working on the personalized delivery of voice instructions. Most other people, when they talk about personalizing a driver's experience, they're talking about personalized destination prediction, helping the person not have to type the address that they're going to, or personalized recommendations, finding a restaurant that'll be best for them. We're the only people teaching the robot to talk to the driver as if they were a real person, based on that driver's history and knowledge. And the tech that we use to do this is protected by 3 granted patents dating all the way back to 2012. So today is demo day, and we're very excited to announce a recent development for us. We've partnered with TomTom, one of the biggest navigation and map companies in the world, and we're going to bring the first embodiment of Ergo technology in the form of a specialized commuter app. So if you drive for work and you're interested in a smarter experience, take a picture of the screen behind me and send us an email, and we'll get you on the beta list. We're not stopping with the app. We're also, again, demo day announcement, we're creating a new smart home skill for Amazon Alexa that'll allow you to make your commute even smarter before you even get in the car. So if you're an OEM, if you're a navigation company, a tech company, if you work in the voice interfaces space, come learn more. And thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you guys later.